Hello guys, I hope everyone is fine. In the previous video we learned about QuickBooks, and we learned about how to change your company file from single mode user to a multi-user mode. The aim was to have the ability to work on a QuickBooks company file with more than one user. Like for example, it can be like in a company setup whereby it is not only one user it is not only one person who is managing the account, the finance data or the bookkeeping. They're like in a department, like a department of finance, and they are different people who are handling different issues. Like for example, there might be someone who's working on the banking. There might be someone who's working on debts collection, like that, extra. Like it depends on how you set up your workload. Now today, in the previous video, we successfully converted our company file from the single mode user to multi-user mode. So now today what we are going to do, we're going to create an additional user that is completely different from the user which the main user, who is the administrator, who is managing, who has permission to all the QuickBooks features, to company file features. We're going to create an additional user who will handle specific tasks with a limited access to all other features. I think that is understandable. If you didn't get a chance to watch the previous video, I'm going to put it in a description below. You first watch that, then you come to this one. I think that is understandable. Okay, now what we're going to do, we're going to open our QuickBooks icon, which is on the desktop. In case it is not on the desktop, we can search here on the start menu. You search for QuickBooks. Like for example, mine is Enterprise Solutions Accountant Edition. You click on it. You put the password. Another thing which I have forgotten to tell you, that if you're to work in a multi-user setup like mode, your main account has to be with a password. Without a password, you can't operate in a multi-user mode. So you have to first set up the password on your main account, then you change your company file to a multi-user mode. I think that is understandable, guys. Now let me just put in my password to have access to this file. Sorry, put the wrong one. I'll put it again. I think I have typed one character twice. Okay, now it is opening. As you can see, it is in multi-user mode, as you can see here. Now, it is because last time I changed to a multi-user mode, now it is asking if I want to create new users. Since I want to create new users, I just say yes. Now it is asking it is asking the owner password, which is the password for my default account, which I had set. Okay, now it is showing me which account logged in. Okay, it is saying that I am the admin. Okay, now I'm going to add a new user. Okay, I can call this one, let us say Peter. Okay, I can give Peter a password. Okay, now here we have to select to specify Peter's job. What do we want him to do on our data file? We want Peter to do with banking, want him to do banking and to handle finance. Okay, so it means apart from banking and finance, Peter, we don't want Peter to access any other function in our database. I hope that is understandable, guys. Okay, now we say okay. Now we have created Peter. As you can see the roles assigned: banking and finance. Okay, we close this. Okay, and we close this. We close our file. Now what we're going to do is to test Peter's account to see if Peter's account actually is limited to the features which we limited him, which we denied him access. Okay, now it is updating something. We have to just to be patient with it. I'm not uploaded it for a long time. Okay, now we can open our QuickBooks again. We double click. Okay, now here username admin, we are the administrator, so we don't need that. We have to type here Peter because he is our accountant. Okay, now here we put the password that we had created for him. Okay, then we'll say okay, open Peter's account. Now as you can see here, Peter will be able to deal with finance and banking. So it means any other feature is limited to Peter. Like for example, let us go to purchase orders or receive inventories to see if Peter can actually access this. Let us say receive inventory with bills. Okay. Let's get something here. Okay. Let's say okay. Okay, you see, save and close. As you can see here, what we were trying to do, we were trying to purchase this Toshiba flash 120 GB. But now if we say save and close, the QuickBooks is saying that you need to create access under the enter bills to perform this action. Ask your QuickBooks administrator to grant you this permission. So it means now Peter can't purchase items because items are under inventory options, of which Peter doesn't have inventory access. Thank you guys. That is the video for today. Bye bye.